Brother Kevin Samuels will be honored in perpetuity. Kevin Samuels was a voice of the voiceless. He reminded men from all aspects of life and all ethnicities that men have value. He especially focused that point to African American men. Mr. Kevin Samuels was a leader, teacher, and speaker of truth. He also was an advocate for marriage, therapy, and focusing on your purpose within society. Mr. Kevin Samuels, may you rest in peace. You will be missed and honored despite of your departure.
Right.
The reality is they're not going to be a child forever. And so it will be their responsibility to navigate this world effectively, but it's your job to give them the best tools. The reality is a lot of these parents don't have those tools, which again, Brother Samuel spoke about. I mean,
right.
I think overall, in the essence of this full conversation is that at some point, we are going to have have a serious conversation about how we're going to move forward, if there's a real desire to move forward, and what that looks like, and what people are willing to sacrifice. What are they willing?
Right, and people got to sacrifice their pride. People got to sacrifice their ego. People got to look in the mirror and be accountable. You got to be truthful, and like we say, accountability starts with the mirror. I got to look in the mirror and say, hey, Travis, you can do better. You can work harder. You can do this. You can do that. And like Mr. Samuels used to say, life happens outside. I can't get better unless I'm faced with that adversity. And we have to take care of this division in our community because it just leaves us at the bottom. I want to say like 60% of us aren't married. You notice the older you get, life ain't really meant for singles. Stuff get expensive, unless you are in that top 1% and you got that bag. And I know a lot of women want that man that got that bag, but do he want you?
Yeah. Final thoughts. How would you like to? Because I know, like I said, we recognize you listen to the brother. How would you want to honor? How would you want to honor the legacy that he left? How would you want to honor the legacy that he left?
I feel like part of honoring the legacy of Kevin Samuels is shutting down the lies. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not about to argue with everybody, but I'm going to stand up for him where I can. I'm going to speak well about him. I'm for damn sure, we don't praise no death around here. So to the people that's doing that online, salute to you and your life. But I just want to honor Kevin Samuels by just being a good person and just taking the wisdom and knowledge that I learned from him and applying it to my life. Like I say, I listened to the man. I didn't just watch his viral clips on World Star or on TikTok and stuff. I actually listened to his 3-hour programs. And like I said at the beginning of our conversation, Khalil, Mr. Kevin Samuels was a leader. He was a teacher and he was a minister of truth. And he brought a level of therapy to our community when it dealt with relationships. And once again, therapy is the treatment to relieve a disorder. We have a disorder of division. We need more unity. We need to sit down. And Mr. Samuels, he always used to say, hey, guys, the gender war is over. It's time for us to sit down. We got to get past this. Okay, stop shitting on blue collar guys. Okay, baby, you might make $100,000, but you're not better than these bricklayers. You're not better than these people that's paving these roads. So yeah, I feel like you can honor him by just living his words, the true words that you believe in. Like I say, I didn't believe in everything that he said, but 90% of what that man said was all facts. And I'm not scared of truth. I'm not scared of accountability, and I'm not scared of facts. And I feel like the world will be a better place if we hold ourselves accountable and just, shut the hell up and listen.
I think I feel where you're coming from. I think in respect to what the man attempted to do, and
Right.
and it did accomplish. I think one of the things that I can carry on is the big idea of accountability, and first being accountable of oneself, being better about it.
Right.
And here's the thing: accountability, just like anything, is a journey. You know, there are things
Right.
that I can say myself I'm still struggling with. You know,
Okay.
in my development, and really just not beginning, but just continuing to really develop strategies to make those part of myself better, sharpening those tools, seeking out guidance and the help. But then also, like, if I'm going to be accountable for myself, what does it look like for me to be accountable to my brothers and sisters?
Right.
Being willing to have the uncomfortable conversations, contrary to how he went about it, just with a level of a level of consideration, regardless if it's met with a level of rudeness. I think at the end of the day, my integrity, and my character should be at an all-time high, regardless of somebody else's lack of class. And so I think
exactly
that
and that's hard in itself.
Yes, it is.
But like you say, you can't work on that until you're faced with that. Like, you know, and you know, Khalil, you know how, like, you study and you and your graduate, right?
Yeah, I'm writing my dissertation right now.
Well, Kevin Samuels used to always talk about people like you. He used to tell the Black community, we need therapy. And he's talking about men and women. You know, and Khalil, I think you mentioned it one time, correct me if I'm wrong, you have a therapist yourself, right?
I do.
Yeah, I've been looking into it as well. And I feel like we all need it. Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. But that's another thing. Kevin Samuels preached therapy to our community, but they're not going to show that. Yeah. You know, they're not going to talk about the people that he helped stay together and made marriages better. Like I say, this man was a master teacher who was very well spoken, very intelligent, very calm. Obviously, he's well dressed. Every time you see this man, he's in a 3-piece suit. And that's one thing he told us, Black man, step your clothes up. Once again, yeah, you in your 20s, you in your 30s, you ain't got to wear jeans and t-shirt everywhere. It's all about an image. So, like I say, man, he rest in peace. We have a lot of work to do, but it's going to take more than talking. And another saying that Mr. Samuels used to say, life happens outside.
Yeah, it does. I want to thank everyone for coming out and listening to us and joining the conversation. Whatever time you came in, like I said, I wanted to make this conversation not just in reverence and respect of what Brother Samuels attempted to do, but also in challenging some of the things that he did do that did rub people the wrong way. The wrong way. I think with anybody's lived experiences, there is a combination of good and bad, and so I wanted to honor his legacy and having an honest dialogue about it. I want to thank Travis tonight for lending his time and his perspective on knowledge.
I want to thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But also just his perspective on his lived experiences and what he sees that could change within our community. And I think at the end of the day, we have to continue. If there's nothing that we learn, we have to continue to challenge ourselves in order for these issues to actually really be eradicated. Because nobody else is going to care about the stability of our community like we are. If we don't care about it, we'll continue to get exploited. Because quite as kept, anybody knows, like, people make money off of it. Our trauma, our despair is a commodified resource in this society, in the world. And so we are the consumers. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I want to thank you all for coming again. This is Feel Some Type of Way. God bless and good night. Peace.
Hey, peace.